May 22nd at 7:01 PM, and I declare this meeting of our budgetary meeting open for business. And we have a few declarations of pecuniary interest. I, Amy Mazie, declare a pecuniary interest in item 11B on May 22nd, 2025. I'm making this declaration because I serve on the fire department. I confirm that I will not vote on the matter. I will not take part in discussion on any question in respect to the matter, and I will not attempt in any way, whether before, during, or after the meeting, to influence the voting on any such question. I, Wayne Austin, declare a pecuniary interest in item fire department budget on May 22nd, 2025. I am making this declaration because my son is fire chief. I confirm that I will not vote on the matter. I will not take part in discussion on any question in respect to the matter, and I will not attempt in any way, whether before, during, or after the meeting, to influence the voting on any such question. I, Trevor McVeigh, declare pecuniary interest in item 11A, so
What was that?
11B.
11B, sorry.
I just wanted to make
I
sure.
kept saying A.
On May 22nd, council agenda, I am making this declaration because he is a volunteer firefighter. I confirm that I will not vote on the matter. I will not take part in discussion on any question in respect to the matter, and I will not attempt in any way before, during, or after the meeting to influence the voting on any such question. That's great. So any discussions arriving from previous council minutes, but we don't have really any. So next is 11A, which is the draft municipal budget, and we have our town supervisor here to answer questions. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, for Public Works?
Yeah. So this is the page with the big projects. Oh, Counselor McDonald?
Oh, yes, about the Public Works, I have no problem with this budget, so. Surprised Derek probably. I am here.
What page is the rest of Public Works? Where it is?
There's no page.
Yeah, it's a very.
Too late, it's over. No. Chris, you getting taller at this foundation.
Where boots it.
So long. Hey? You haven't seen me in so long? Yeah, I haven't saw you in a while. You didn't know you get taller. Maybe that's what it is. Other people think, oh, I won't say anybody. So you say if your dad lost some weight, he'd get taller?
Yeah.
Not just. Your mother's not even that tall.
You know, you're in before.
I always open my big mouth, wrong day. Oh, no.
I don't have any issues with the budget.
Counselor McVeigh, you don't have any issues?
I just have one, you probably told me last year, why do we have, 3 full-time cell phones?
I think we did discuss it last year. Do you want to answer that question? Sure.
Yeah, through you, Madam Chair. We've historically had 3. Since I've been here, I don't know, as long as you've been here, Derek.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because we, are expecting people to be out in the fields. We need them to have reliable communications, especially out at the dump, because they work alone out there. And I need to be able to reach them at any time in case of an emergency, so we provide them with the cell phone. It's bare bones, trust me, they're not fancy.
Yeah, sorry, they're
phones, the 2 flip phones, the cheapest phones
Yeah.
available.
Yeah. And there's no data on.
No,
No, it's not expensive, I see that, but
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
wondering
right.
why the three, but most of the year we don't have the employees.
Well, you're right, there is a time period where
Yeah.
we generally lay one of the employees off, or they're not working very often, but it costs you more to turn them off
Yeah.
and then turn them back on and restart a contract, so we leave it, and then sometimes the staff, like, if one of the staff members is on call, like, when we rent out the hall, we let them hop
Oh,
back
yeah,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where is it? I'm not.
Yeah, I can't find it either.
Yeah.
I never saw it, I don't think.
under communications,
Oh, okay.
It's about the 6th or 7th line down in Public Works.
and, is environmental services under public works or?
I don't
Yeah.
know, see you.
Yeah, I didn't give Derek that page though, but we can certainly.
Isn't that further at the back?
Yeah, it's the account codes that end in 040.
I had a question on I forget what section it was here now, but income from the dump,
Oh, you mean revenue?
yeah,
So it's at the beginning, if it's revenue.
what is our fees for dumping septic?
I don't know.
I don't know it off the top of my head. Do you know off the top of your head?
we just put it up.
We just raised it last
year, I believe.
Yeah, last year.
Off the top of my head and. The fee, the commercial, there's 2 fees, residential and commercial. Off the top of my head, I don't have it here. But yeah, we just. Put it up last year.
No, just concerned as to what did we bring in on that amount for the septic dumping? Guess it's not separate.
Yeah, we don't separate.
It'd just be interesting to know our costs for that portion of the notes.
So you're asking if the revenues are sufficient?
Yeah, is it sufficient or are we too high or what is it?
Well, I thought last year when we did the budgets, we raised it because we were just breaking even. So,
We didn't
That's
have
why we
co-
raised it, I
Didn't have costs on it, I don't think.
Well, the costs aren't broken up per. Like for payroll, it's just more maintenance that we break out.
Yeah, we had an expense because we'd redone that septic system. At the time, and I was just wondering,
Oh, like the lagoon?
yeah,
Is that what you mean?
I can let you know how many gallons of waste we
Yeah.
accepted, I can tell you what one of you made. That's on my report.
no, if it's higher, if it's low, can we raise it or lower it, or what is the?
Well, if it's a concern, we could certainly start separating it.
Well, we have an idea of what, that's a big cost to
Yeah, I
We
just
paid
don't
to
have it in. front
redo
of
them
me.
lagoons.
Who is using it? Like our RVs or septic
Septic
companies?
Yeah, just,
Anybody in the
we only
group?
have 2, well, GFL will use it very occasionally, and, bulk solid are our main. Main drug users. And that's like bulk solid and, occasionally GFL.
Is there still a Massic septic or?
That was incorporated into Riverside many years ago,
Oh,
Riverside
okay.
was sold and GFL, sorry, yeah.
We just have the two. dumping in there?
So there's only two contractors that have access to the landfill.
Okay.
So,
So does that answer your question
Yeah,
about?
kind of, I just, if she has a breakdown on it, if not, well, that's fine.
I don't I could get you one, but I don't have it right in front of me.
Okay, I'll get it later and
Okay,
just for
yeah.
knowing what it is.
Yeah, if you remember, we did ban one company and so
Yeah,
we have
because our-
seen our revenues drop a bit because of that.
Our citizens ask. When you get your septic dump, well, how much does the town get? Is that? We automatically raise the price, they raise the price, because they're not gonna pay for it. The person getting your septic dump is gonna pay.
oh, yeah.
Their prices are going up quite a bit now.
Well, that also might be because, you know,
Yeah.
gas went up and
Oh, yeah, well, everything went up, but
Yeah.
it's nice to know the proportion of
Where-
what we're doing.
Septic truck's only $500.
Yeah.
Counselor Richter, do you have any questions for our town?
Finding you at this.
What are we discussing, Department, Public Works?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
No, it's okay. If nothing's jumping out at you, Counselor Richter, that's okay. So I just wanted to ask about the ditching in Sand Bay. We understand about the gravel rehabilitation, that's, you know, an annual bill of, I think, is it $800 a year or something? I have it somewhere.
As it was 740 a year, now it's now up to 825. We pay the.
850, yeah.
It's $850?
825.
825 per year. So you want to do ditching around, you know, the circle in Sand Bay. What are the benefits of that? And why do you want to do that?
All the benefits are on this report. You want me to read it again, or?
Or just tell me in your own words.
Well, so the last 2 years ago, was hoping to get ditched last year, where it was turned down, and they kind of let me do it again this year. With the same area that we had brushed and removed all the trees along Cold Dock, Sand Bay and Bell Bay. At the moment, there is no ditch, and quite a few parts of those sections of road. The side of the road is at some points a couple of feet higher than the road. That's not a good scenario for a road. A road is it's supposed to be an elevated surface. Then you have a ditch, and then the outline areas are generally lower than the road, so water doesn't run from the side of the road into the roadbed. There are no ditches at all in those areas of Sand Bay Village. Another reason is if you go down there in the winter time, the snowbanks are 6 feet tall, there's nowhere for the snow to go, so there's snow. Also defines where the road is at the moment. Every time the road gets graded, you know, the grader operator doesn't really know where the edge of the road is, so all the gravel gets spread out wider and wider and wider. There's some section of that road, it's like a 3-lane road you can pass there, so why, then when you spraying calcium on it. When if it's a roadway with a shoulder and a ditch, everybody knows where the road is, so the calcium truck can just spray that piece of road. At the moment, we're spraying from shoulder edge to shoulder edge. And its appearance, nothing looks nicer than a nice crown road with a nice, even not a huge deep ditch, just a swale more than anything to define where the road is. And all the other roads in Sand Bay and there and all have ditches. And the benefit is, in that first section of Sand Bay Road in the springtime, when you pull off of the paved portion, run down towards the camp, it's a mud. It takes a long time to dry up. But for that simple reason, the terrain beside the road is higher than the road, so the water is always gonna go to the lowest point, which is the road. You don't want the water to run at the road, you want the water to run away from the road to the bush. So. Yeah, and also, the only way we can rehabilitate our gravel pit, we had it sloped a couple of years ago. As per in ours, what do you call it, rate, you know, for the slope. And I was hoping that they would close the gravel pit, but they insisted, I thought that they would let us off with seeding it. Part of our rehabilitation of the gravel pit is seeding and planting trees. I was hoping that because the gravel pit is in the middle of nowhere, you can't see it from the road. I was thinking grass is gonna grow eventually. But M&R insisted, they said they'll give us a break with not having the plant trees, but they insist it has to be seeded. We can't see bare rock and gravel, so all that material, that, excuse me, stitching material is a nice close place to haul it to. It's only a kilometer from the ditching area to the gravel pit. And then, ditch material can be graded onto the slope, and then we can throw some grass seed down. So you're gonna kill two birds with one stone. We get the ditching done, the road's gonna look better. And then we got a gravel pit finish, we paid $10,000 back in here to the M&R just to have a gravel pit. They're not using it. Doesn't make any sense. The first few years, we couldn't close it because there was a stockpile of gravel there, and over the first number of years I was here, we used that stockpile, we load it in our truck and we spread it amongst on Sandbay Road through the village. But for the last many years, there's no more stockpile left. It's just an unused pit.
You're talking from the Y in or the stop sign where the road splits?
I'm sorry?
You're talking from where the road splits?
Yep,
You're sending.
Down Sandbay Road and then take a left up. And then up around Bell Bay and back again. It's 1.7 kilometers. All the way around. The only one side of the road that I wasn't gonna get ditched was the side on Bell Bay where the homes are, because it's all driveways and there's no culverts there, so it's just the rest of the road on both sides. It was 1.7 kilometers all in. And it's not gonna be a big deep ditch. I mean, it's pure sand up there, so I mean, water is gonna generally run away on its own, but you don't want the side of the road higher than a road. That's yeah, like I said, springtime in Sandbay it's a bog, well, not quite that bad, but it's very soft. Yeah, I think it's important to get it done.
And if it sands, is it gonna fill in again?
Yeah, well, if it was a shallow, a deep ditch with steep sides, it would wash it, but it's gonna be more of a swale, like a wider, but not deep. I mean, I know it won't take a long time before there's natural grass and weeds are gonna grow and it's gonna hold it together. But yeah, if it was a steep ditch, sure, if it rained, which is the washing. Yeah, but it's not gonna be a steep ditch by any means.
I think in your report, well, in this budget, you mentioned 45,000, but in your report, it was 37,000. So do we have an accurate estimate or?
Well, I have. Because the cost is gonna be under 50,000, I have to get three quotes. I have two quotes, I'm just waiting for the third one, and they're all under $50,000. Well, that includes the gravel pit rehabilitation part as well.
So 45 is the accurate number or 30?
He's waiting for bids to come in, he said.
Well, he said.
Yeah, so I had budgeted 45,000, that's not gonna be more than that.
Okay.
It's gonna be less than 45,000.
Well, but I think in your report, you said 37. So I knew you probably had a reason for that. For some reason I
It
have
can only
the,
be an estimate anyway right now. You
Oh, yeah.
can't give an accurate.
well, if we have two bids.
Yeah, on my report, it says an estimate of 37,000. And then on my budget, I did 45,000 to be on the safe side.
I think it would be important not to see what our bids are. It might affect that third bid coming in. Oh, we had an
100%.
open meeting.
Well, we don't wanna make decisions.
Yeah, but you can't-
What's that?
Yeah, only until it's.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
close,
Yeah, okay, I got
thank
it now.
Um,
Coming in. Yeah, yeah.
So does anyone have any other questions or comments for?
Yeah, but public work, right just below their capital, their reserve, 160,000, what do we draw that out of the reserves last year for?
CEO Ketchba, do you want to speak to that? I think
Your street.
Eh?
Your
it's a good
road street.
question.
Actually, for you, Madam Chair, we did draw 158,000 $159,982 out of the road reserve, and that was for the Sand Bay project. We had to do an emergency replacement of those two large culverts right before the village. And the bids all came in way over budget, so
$160,000.
over what we had estimated, yeah.
Well, remember we had the two culverts we had to do, at the, like, we didn't plan or budget for it, it was an
That's what I
emergency.
said, I knew we were doing it, but I didn't realize it was going to
The
be.
culverts weren't a big cost.
They were about 40,000.
Yeah.
Oh, they were less than what, but that whole project.
That whole
was
project
more,
came
yeah.
in over budget.
So it wasn't 160,000 because we had a certain amount of money set aside. How much was it in the end?
It
We
was-
just talked about it
It
earlier.
was $480,190.
Yeah, so a lot of money spent on small sections of a road.
It
Sorry,
would've been
no,
nice.
sorry, I looked at the wrong line. My apologies. 360,650.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, we had budgeted 275,000 for that job. So,
And that one where?
Yeah.
Yeah, on that, same on the 160,000 there in reserves. It would have been, it would help me if you would have put down there what it was for, eh? Okay,
Where are you, Counselor McDonald, exactly?
well, he was talking about, well, $160,000 for road replacement and we withdraw. In 2024, we withdraw $160,000 from reserves. Now we're going to budget to put it back in.
mhm.
But that's on capital of Public Works. 611,700
Yeah,
dash.
What are the last three numbers?
Oh, well, last three is
030.
030.
It's always 030 for public.
no, I just thought, you know, if you would have put down there what it was for, I would understand, but.
Well, mine says to road reserve.
Yeah, two rules, but I mean, I'd like to know what it's spent on.
Well, we already spent it. This is taking money now and putting it back in the reserves.
That's what I mean, though, but I didn't know what it was, you got
What
down there
happened?
$160,000, but I don't know what we spent it on.
Yeah,
If you would have put down there, McDonald Street or whatever, eh, I would know. You know, just a little, something that I know what it's for, eh?
Okay.
I'm sorry if I get a little,
no,
I gotta get emotional to get my words out.
we talk about this extensively, so. CEO Ketchba and I, so,
Yeah, but that's not the rest of council.
no, you know, that's what I mean. I expect you to have lots of questions. Anything else?
Just have a lot of look quick.
Wasn't it discussed in the financial statements KPMG presented last meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we voted on it to do it, you know, originally.
Back in 24, we took it out.
Yeah, and they just reported on that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I find that report hard to really understand and process. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only, like, I just trust them and they're nice people. I shouldn't admit that, but there's just a lot.
The government has completely taken over recycling.
Yeah.
And we don't, well, we pay in another way, I guess.
Well, we actually will have some revenue from the depot, so we'll have a revenue of about $2,000
Oh,
coming in for operating the depot for them.
Well, I like the sound of that.
I'm looking at all these capital expenditures. Is there like a 5-year capital expenditure plan?
To you, Madam Chair.
Sorry.
We're working on it. We're actually completing our asset management update and plan, which we're mandated to have done by July 1st. So once we have that, all that data compiled, they'll actually be coming to council at our next council meeting to present their proposed financial plan for the assets. So that's gonna give us a lot of good information to move forward with a capital financial plan. So that's the hope, yeah. So we're in the process. just waiting for that final, piece of the puzzle.
And so does that plan, like it looks at all of our assets, so it would like, oh, you need to budget for a roof for the rink, or you're gonna need to replace this fire truck or this plow, that's what that's
Yeah.
gonna tell
Yeah.
us. I think that's great.
And it's nice to have reserves to supplement some of that instead of having to go into borrowing.
But for sure, I
Yeah.
don't like loans.
We don't,
No,
do
it's
that.
just super expensive.
We haven't had to, so we'll talk about it later, but our reserves. Generally speaking, can we speak about a dollar amount of our reserves? Is there something negative to that?
No, no, absolutely not.
So we're basically, right now, we're at 625, we're at 625,000 for our reserves, which is down from what we were. 818,000 because we did Sand Bay. Right, so we're down, so then we'll pay back possibly the 160 from reserves. And then there's also a little bit built into some of the budgets, like
Usually each department puts a little bit in each year
What's in reserve now for public works?
for public works.
So
There's nothing for roads. Roads is empty right now.
Derek spent all that money.
We have $202,000 in road equipment. So, with putting that 160 back, that'll kind of put us back up to the 2023 levels.
which is, more in great shape.
Are the roads in great shape?
Is the road in great?
Are the roads all in great shape?
Well, no, but we can.
I can say they're as good as Sudbury's.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That bar is pretty low.
We couldn't limbo under that bar if we tried.
Okay,
Okay, through you, Derek, are you planning on Front Street there, down the west end there? You know, by where the old school was? Yep. That road to the highway is pretty rough.
Spencer Lane?
Yeah.
It's Front Street to,
Yeah.
Spencer Lane, yeah. That's pretty rough. Oh, I don't know, I just wondered if you had plans of,
I think if we're gonna have, if we did have funding to do any road, like Taylor Street would be my choice. Taylor Street is in brutal shape. Taylor Street North, Taylor Street South, one or the other. Yeah, I don't think that Spencer Lane at North is that bad.
no, it's rough.
There's more.
I'm just looking at the traffic goes up that road, it's a lot of traffic. No, I go up there, I know it's rough, even,
Go down the other street.
I never went down Tanner Street. I went around the.
What's that?
Yeah. No.
anything else, Counselor McDonald?
I just, really confused, I thought we were gonna go page by page and,
Well, aren't we, well, this is just 2 pages, and actually, this is just to discuss it with our town superintendent. So we're not, like, we are just. Well, wait a minute. This is us talking about the entire budget? Because don't we need to do the fire budget and then come back and do?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, so this is just us if we have any questions for our town
oh,
superintendent.
okay.
We have no major projects this year as far as roads, other than the ditching, which is a major project, it's
Yeah,
project.
yeah, we don't have anything.
Okay.
Well, in years gone by, there's been a lot of grants available that we've been able to use. I don't believe there's any available for this year. And to do any road of any length, you're talking $1 million. I mean, McDonald Street, it's only 600 meters long, and it was 500 something.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
We're talking $1 million, and what to do, and any decent sites you would have left.
Is the, One entrance on Old Darren Road, is that satisfactory now with the reclaim that's been put in there?
Yeah, I think it was good. It's dirty, we're not gonna get away from being dirty, but.
It'll pack in,
Yeah, no, it's a great product. I don't know if anything's been done in San Bay this year since we did those 2 repairs last year. We use reclaim, on those 2 sections and it's incredibly smooth. I thought we may have to touch it up with a grader or what have you, but, it's in really good shape, so held it very well.
Okay, any other questions? Counselor McDonald, are you okay to
Yeah, okay.
allow Derek to go? We will come back to this. Do you have any other questions for our town?
No.
Okay. Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for all the effort you put in. And next we will review 11B, review the draft. Right, yeah, well, and I thought we talked about that we had to do the fire budget before.
Yeah, we just were doing the works while we were waiting for the fire chiefs.
Yeah,
So we need to appoint a chair to discuss the fire budget.
You gotta move on.
who would like to be chair of the fire budget meeting?
Yeah, it's day 2. I guess I have to.
Thank you.
So does it matter who moves or?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now we're doing, at the fire budget, you said?
You got it separate there, good, good.
I just gave it to you.
Oh.
Okay, moved by Counselor McVeigh, seconded by Counselor Austin, if that's okay. Be it resolved that Counselor McDonald chair the meeting due to Mayor Amy Mazie declaring a pecuniary interest with the other business item 11B 2025 draft fire department wish list. All in favor? That, I'll read it again.
Oh, we to say we were in favor.
Yeah, this is to declare, yeah, it doesn't,
I thought you were changing.
Oh,
I'm the chair.
no, no, that was right, yeah. You're
confused.
confusing me. So this is to declare you as chair. So moved by Counselor McVeigh, seconded by Counselor Austin, be it resolved that Counselor McDonald chair the meeting due to Mayor Amy Mazie declaring a pecuniary interest with the following agenda item, other business item 11B 2025 draft fire department wish list. All in favor? There we go. It's carried.
Now we go.
Like pulling teeth. It's nice.
Or man, the way you.
It's not you.
I'll wait till she comes back. Oh, she's not coming back.
I have a concern about your volunteer firefighter training wish list. And that is, and I'm honestly, I don't know much about this, but in the world that I come from, when somebody needs an extra certification or training of some kind, they get compensated for it when they pass, but not for the hours that they have spent working for it. I mean, I have had to have my license for accounting renewed year after year. The hours that I spend studying for it or retraining for it, none of that got paid. That was all what I had to do in order to get my salary. So, and I've noticed that you had a range in there of hours. It could be from like 40 to 70. And I question whether if somebody is very adept at answering questions, they're gonna answer it in no time at all, and if somebody isn't so great, they're gonna take 70 plus. How is that fair?
It's not fair, so it's come together, the program's come together so fast and we had to move on it. But I was just trying to ensure them in some way or manner that they would be compensated. We run on a point system, in the fire department.
Yeah.
Where we're paid every 6 months.
Yeah.
But, I cannot take from the point system. Adding all this time, because the more points we get in the point system, the less the dollar becomes. So they go from making, nobody's in it for the money, but I will say they're in it for the money, right? So if they're gonna put an additional 40, 50, points on top of their system at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They go from a dollar factor, it works out to a dollar factor of, we average $18 to $20 a point
Yeah,
to bring it down to 11.
well,
And,
but if they're not certified as a firefighter, then they make nothing.
no, true. True, but they can still stay a firefighter. We have enough certified firefighters in our department to keep rolling.
Oh, so these are new.
These are new people, yes.
So
Not so much new people that in the department that aren't certified. So with mandatory certification coming forward, it's just been so hard for me to try to wrap my head around it. It's simple math, but it's not. Like I said, everybody's got a different skill set. How do I go about this? Do I add to our regular pay and say, hey, this is what we got for training so much a year. I got $2,000 budgeted in, and that works on our point system.
So how many people are gonna get certified?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
So I basically took the course is 27 chapters. 27 quizzes with about 11, 20 questions for each quiz. And then the tests, there's 27 tests, all 31 to 92 questions in every one. And again, skill set defines, I've been tracking it, skill set defines who's moving forward, who's not already. So it doesn't give me a timeline, it tells me how long they've been online, but not how long they've spent on that portion of the test, so.
So what happens if somebody gets 3/4 of the way through and walks away?
Just like quit your job, I guess,
Yeah,
get paid for what they've done, point system here, that's, your points accumulated by every time you show up, right? Every fire call, every time you show up.
I'm just suggesting that maybe we pay for it only when they've completed it.
Mhm.
And not as they go along, or not.
My first suggestion is anything. I'm not finding an easy solution to this.
Well, that way you know that they're certified.
Yeah.
And that they're on board, and if they take. 200 hours to get through it. They're through it, but they get paid the same as somebody who took far less time to get through it.
Yeah, well, that was what I was trying to come up with, was it just a dollar value or a point value per quiz, okay, so it's
Yeah.
$10 for everyone, whether it's 9 questions or 55 questions. Just trying to arrange it to make it comfortable for everybody, to know they're getting a little bit of something. I don't wanna be, I don't wanna have them say, oh geez, we're gonna do this and we got $2,000 bonus check coming, don't want that.
When do they have to have their certification?
2026,
When?
2026,
Oh, they have to pay, yeah, they've got lots of time.
no, we're 2025.
I think you mean that not enough time to train, is that what you're saying?
To get through the course.
Yes.
No,
It's gonna be done this year?
supposed to be. Mandatory certification is due 2026.
All your firemen are gonna be certified,
They're supposed to.
and you wanna have them done?
No, nobody will.
I can see what she.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. In the world that I come from, you got paid when you finished the course. And in some cases, it depends, I'm not firefighting, but in my world, and sometimes you had to stay for 2 years in order to, or you had to pay the course back. I'm not saying this is the case here, but it's like you only got paid when you finished the course. And not as you went along. So when are the pay periods?
6 months.
So they may or may not get, if they start studying now, they may or may not get anything by.
No.
And you're asking for something to come partway through for the study that they've done. And you don't think that they're gonna be finished by December.
Not my group.
Now, the $10,000 your budget there. That's to cover all the training?
Yeah.
All the firemen, when they're done, it would be,
That's just firefighter one.
just
It was basically broke out for firefighter one. We're still firefighter two.
okay, so you mean training years one and then there's two? Okay, so this is just one this year?
Yeah.
And next year you have another one.
Correct.
What happens if firemen don't take these courses?
Eventually you'll have to ask to believe. The province is pushing us, the OFM is pushing us to become mandatory, certified mandatory.
Yeah, I know, I mean,
We stand very well because of legacy. In 2018, I applied for a majority of the fire department to be approved. And we got that, so. Not being certified doesn't mean they can't be firefighters. They just. Don't have their certificate. Now, it's like driving a DZ truck, you know, you have to, once you pass your license, you can drive with a DZ driver. Right, because he's certified. Firefighting is the same way. They can still attend, they can still train, still do everything. We don't know where the government's going with this, or if this, they tried this like 3 times, this program, right? But it's really took off now,
And how long is this license good for?
like. It doesn't expire.
So what's the percentage of your firefighters that have to be? Like, if, do you have a breakdown of that? Or
Six out of the 13.
6 out of the
6 out of
13.
the 12, sorry, yeah. So, 50%.
So when they go on a call, there has to be like one certified for
That's excellent.
everyone that's not?
But I mean, those that are there wouldn't be going out anyways with anybody. Cause you gotta have a captain, you gotta have a leader, you gotta,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, just so we understand it.
We're in good shape that way. Said I couldn't come up with a solid plan of compensation. I just thought that, compensation would be good. But I understand your point 100% is. Anywhere else, you don't get paid until you're done, right?
Yeah.
That's, this was just an initiative to drive it because the volunteer service takes up enough time as it is. And to get them to go, it just forces people, I mean, why would I do this? Yeah, I have a passion to be in the fire department, but why do I wanna spend 4 or 5 extra hours a week doing this? Why? You gotta have a passion.
Yeah,
That's gonna thin them out, and I can't thin anybody out, because if I start thinning more people out, we're just gonna close the door. What percent?
yeah, that's where I was
We're
going.
close to that point right now.
That's my next question with you.
I got a pretty solid crew that have stayed, pretty loyal to the department, and then we've been able to get a few more. Younger generation, which, have an interest, but. My seasoned firefighters aren't the youngest anymore, and, I got a couple I got 2 on the roster right now that are. Very questionable how much longer they're gonna be here. So.
So-
Right now, I'm at the point of, Station 2 has been named as a satellite station, not a fire hall anymore.
What do you mean a satellite?
It's just a partner to Station 1. I only got 3 people to run it, so
Oh,
if I lose one more,
no, well, I know,
they're closing the door.
yeah, you can't send 2 guys to a fire.
But I don't wanna do that, because it affects the people up there, right?
So up to Sandy now, they rely on fire station 1 now.
We always have,
Yeah, but I mean, they used to have a crew up there.
well, they still do. Still 3 people,
Eh?
we still have 3 people.
Yeah, but that's not a crew.
That's 3 people to respond and start putting the fire out.
Yeah, okay, I see.
That's a lot better than waiting 20 minutes for us. to
Oh,
get
yeah.
there, 25 minutes for us. to get
Yeah.
there. We've been fortunate enough to build that building and have some manpower, and
No, I was just concerned about interior firefighting.
we own interior firefighter, we're.
No, but I mean, like. Yeah, when sometimes you go to a house fire, you gotta go inside to make sure there's nobody
We
there,
don't go in, Rod. We cannot go into a house.
so you don't have enough firemen
They don't have enough firefighters, they don't have enough trained crews, to go in and have backup crews. We have an interior, we haven't done interior attack for 7 years now, 8 years.
So you got 3 firemen up Sandy.
Yep.
Now, you get a fire call from up there, now what are they gonna do?
They're gonna start putting the fire out like we've been doing for the last 10 years.
Yeah, okay, so, but I mean. I'm just looking at 3 firemen, now maybe 2's working and 1's I'm gonna balance, yeah, no fire.
No, there's so,
Well, they get calls here where there's nobody.
yeah, I know, but I
I
mean,
got 10 people here.
I'm just trying to get an idea how bad a condition up there is.
It's not there, it's here.
Well, if they don't have firemen to put a fire out, they gotta wait 20 minutes for us to go up there.
It's not them that's waiting, they're there, they're available, it's us that wait here. I have calls where I gotta call Baldwin, called Baldwin 6 times this year.
Yeah.
Cause I don't have firefighters in there, they're all working.
No, that's what I mean. I know, I've been in the fire department, you know, I know what you're up against.
It's a struggle, it's real. Yeah,
I just hit the training part, right?
yeah, no, it's all good, I like your questions, like they're. Very realistic, right? Like I said, I can't wrap my head around, it's nice to see a new face. Richard, by the way, but.
Sorry, how are you doing? Yeah, so recruiting firefighters is an issue.
Yeah, it's not, nobody wants to put themselves through that anymore. Nobody wants to suffer through the pain and sorry you gotta go through with stuff you've seen. For what? For what? Don't have enough, you don't make enough to pay your taxes in town at the end of the year. You know, like it's not. It's sad, but it's a system. You go bigger, it's hourly, you go bigger, it's hourly. Pay for everything you do.
Yeah,
That's what all of us every, all the volunteers, people are out. We can't afford that,
oh, and how are they paid here?
point system,
Oh,
more you do, less you get. $30,000, points go like this, as the points go like that, the dollar goes like this. More you do, the less you get.
It's a volunteer fire department.
Yeah, so there's a lot of budget for the year. Right, in 6 months I submit the points, so we have more fire calls, more training, the dollar value drops.
because the budget is allocated
For that,
for
yes,
shared
we
point.
have $30,000 allocated for the year, it's $15,000 come out for those points. The more points you got, the lower the dollar value is.
Okay,
'Cause it works out to a dollar, point per dollar per point.
things I don't know.
Well, when you're in the fire department, most of the time, the firemen they're there because they wanna be, they wanna help the town.
So it's
Yeah,
a passion, right?
Yeah.
I
You gotta have a passion.
Because I was there for 23 years and I enjoyed it, you know, we worked hard and,
Didn't need an agent.
now, right now, that's station one, you got a full crew?
No,
How many you got?
and
Ooh,
9, sorry, 9.
how many ewes do you have? If you're, for a full crew,
And
10? Is that all you had?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had more than that when I was there.
Roddy, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, you should have more now.
I've been there, since you left, I've been there, and
I know.
that's over 20 years.
So you're saying that, sorry, I'm still on
Yeah,
this
that's
training,
okay.
so in this training thing, it's not based on points, it's just based
I'm
on,
just trying to base it by whether it's a dollar figure or per test or per quiz or, you know, trying to come up with something because I can't allocate it to their training because there'll be nothing left. They're gonna get their checks at, in May, end of May, start of June, and they're gonna say bye-bye. You know, they're not in for the money, but people are, they like that money in May long weekend and they really like that check at Christmas time. You know, that's what I think drives them. Although the passion does help.
Yeah,
so the first check has come and gone?
No, comes out, payroll's due next week.
Okay, so all this training stuff is gonna come out December
Won't come
check.
out. Yeah, December. Well, the money I put budget money, I just threw that out there, I put it together somewhat as a dollar factor, basically minimum wage. Giving everybody an hour, pay for every quiz and 2 hours for every, test.
and that comes out of your,
No,
that's
that's
separate.
why I'm asking for the $10,000.
Oh, okay, I see, I just got this here, 10,000, oh, training 10,000, yeah.
Or 6 people for firefighter one.
So yeah, so if you had 6 people at $18 an hour, works out to 108 hours, 47 lessons.
$2,916. 6 people at 2 hours, 36, or so $36 in like per course. It's 216 times 27 is 1,500, so 8750 roughly. To get everybody through at that rate,
Firefighter one,
yes,
hopefully by December.
hopefully. So a little bit on the training, so I put the course together, got it approved from the OFM. It's not going to the OFM, going through the schooling, doing nothing. I went above and beyond.
Listen, if the certification ends.
No,
at the
I'm
end,
just
then-
trying to help you align with this $10,000,
Yeah.
right? Went through Resource One in the States, got all my testing, all my certification, gotta go through ASC. They come out, do your testing, sign offs, I sign off on all the GPRs. And their certification, move forward,
Okay.
all done in-house. Nobody has to leave, nobody has to go to school, nobody has to travel, we don't have to pay loss of wages, we don't have to do nothing. So, big expense, to get, and with the OFM, it's minimum 10 people, maximum 20.
Well, I like that you're talking about it now in terms of, you only get it when you finish portion of the training
Yeah,
instead
so there
of,
could be an incentive where. if you-
instead of hourly, because when I read the
Yeah.
hourly, it was like,
No. Yeah, but you could put it as a milestone, like, and say, okay, when you hit 50%, there's $500 for you. You know, it could be milestones, put in, right?
yeah,
For that incentive, or you know, or 25, you hit 25, there's a milestone of 250. At 50%, there's 500, you know, 750, 75, you get $750. You know, those milestones, or another 250, another 250, you know, something along that line, and I'm just trying to compensate them some way for their time.
yeah. Yeah, I'd be,
I don't want anybody to do anything for nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
They
do
don't.
it, right? Nobody will.
Yeah.
So something is better than nothing as far as
because it pulls them along.
it keeps
I'm
them
just-
going, right?
I'm concerned about somebody doing like 3/4 of it
Yeah.
and then walking away,
So,
right?
yeah, so, you know, maybe that's another thing that you just come up with, you know, milestones, you get to 50%, there's a reward for you. You don't get there, well, you don't get the reward,
Yeah,
and if you leave after that, well, then that's our loss, right?
well,
But
how long, like, so we can talk about aptitude to some degree. How long will it take for you to know whether your firefighters will be able to get through this or not?
I can see that, I update the training every week, like my training officer sends me a spreadsheet, and we can see how people are progressing.
Okay,
Some do well, again, some have time, some don't, some families are busy,
yeah,
it's,
you're expecting all of them to pass.
oh, for sure,
Okay.
nobody fails. Nobody fails,
Okay,
that's the good thing about this,
it
yeah.
might take them longer.
Some people take longer, they do have problems with the testing, but testing all gets reviewed and approved by me,
Okay,
so nobody fails. And then any of the testing that anybody I know have done for firefighter one, nobody ever fails.
Okay.
There's positivity that comes out of this, right? And it's again, going to a liability thing in the municipalities, it's all about liability. That's what they want.
I like the milestones one.
You got 9 firefighters here and then 2 up there?
3 up there.
3 up there. Okay, now, say, you get a fire call and you only got 2 down here, what happens?
Call home. And
You call Baldwin and then they come
immediately.
and being in the fireman. Don't sound like the town's protected that well.
No town is,
Well, I think some of them must be because,
I mean,
But I
you
mean,
guys, you work day shift all the time. It wasn't, you gotta remember that, Robbie, that nobody works in town anymore. I have one person in the fire department who works at the sawmill. Everybody else works outside the municipality. Nobody works in town. You guys all worked in town. Everybody worked at the sawmill, Tom, you know, Lordy,
yeah,
Vern, everybody was here. There's nobody here anymore.
well, maybe that's what I'm losing that.
But those people aren't here anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
So the odds is you get a fire call in there and here, you're not gonna have. you're not
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
got
fire.
Semple's out of town, I got Kyle's out of town, I got Ryan's out of town, I got Amy's in town, Trevor's out of town, I'm out of town. Heistel's down to Mill, Dawson's out of town.
Okay, how can we approve it? How can we get more firemen there?
Trying. It's hard, people don't wanna do it anymore. Nobody wants to put themselves like this anymore, Rod. Why do I want to be a firefighter and go to accidents where people are dead laying down the road?
Well, I know what that's like.
You know, why do I wanna run into people's houses where they're dead or puking all over the place or vomiting or, you know, like people don't wanna associate themselves with these people. No, nobody wants to do this. Honestly, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's caused a lot of grief in my life, put me through a lot of stress.
Well, I know a lot of stress, like I said, I've been there for 20 years,
Yeah.
I know what it's like,
Yeah,
and,
I don't share a lot. I sat how many months, say Belinda, 16 months getting out. You know,
yeah.
it's pushed me over. I've seen a lot. We've done a lot. We've been very successful as a municipality, with our fire department,
Cause it's not just fire, it's first responder.
first responder, MBC, fire. We get lots of accidents, so I see a lot of gory stuff. Lots. We have a busy stretch of highway and well, I don't know what it is about township and Erin, but. it's a
There's
straight
always
stretch.
accident.
Yeah.
Perfectly straight road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I just got this now, I don't. Just give me a second here, I'll look at something else here, I thought I saw something there. So that 57,000 you budget for, the volunteers. Is that your wages coming out of that?
That's everything, you Belinda.
Yeah,
That's the full
yeah,
package.
that was,
That's the full
That's myself, the deputy chief,
yeah, that
training
wage,
officers and all the volunteers.
So last year was 56,500 and this year just,
It's just quite, I believe, COLA is added to that. I don't even think there's, I don't know
we
why.
approved a wage grid, last year
Okay.
for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
With an increase
An
built
increase.
into each year.
Okay.
just give me a second, Aaron.
When they get firefighter 1 and 2, are they gonna go someplace else?
Yeah,
Better not.
nowhere to go. I live here, can't go anywhere else.
Just ask.
Yeah, no, valid question. Unless they move, right? And
Yeah.
it's totally different.
You have a turnover where people come for, say, a year or two and leave, and
Yeah,
they're pretty well.
our crew's pretty solid. No, I got several who've been here
Oh,
at least as long as you. You know, Ryan's been here 15, 20 years. Warner's been here forever. I've been here forever. Trevor here for the last 7.
Yeah.
Amy for the last 5. I'll get 2 new recruits, maybe 1 more coming.
Okay.
Ron's been here for, I don't know, 10, 8. Mitch has been here 20.
So, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, so 9 in firemen, and then you're number 10? Or you would,
I'm number 11,
oh, number 11,
then a deputy chief.
oh, deputy chief, and you were separate from the rest,
Yep.
okay,
Where's that?
but all the wages, your wages comes out and out of that.
Warner's comes out of there, mine's comes out of there, and then all the firefighters.
Is
Oh.
there something on the website that says we're actively looking for more volunteer firefighters?
I never saw
I
this.
just got
No,
a,
there
just
isn't.
snapped, they just.
But that's a
snapped
great idea.
it. I just snapped a Photoshop of Espinolas. It's funny to say that. Funny how that comes up, eh? They-
Well, like your recruitment is super low, right? It's just you based on.
We've done it, we've had barbecues, we've done all kinds of stuff. I just snapped Espinolas there yesterday, because they have a same thing.
Join our exceptional team.
Yeah, so
You guys looking for volunteers,
we can
yeah.
put it on our Facebook page, right, like
Yeah,
in
sure.
our own page itself, like, we do a lot of. Like
Yeah.
our training nights are, we post pictures, everything we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to keep the public in the eye, know what we're doing and so, yeah, but like I said, I'm very close, I lived in this municipality all my life. And I know everybody.
Yeah.
And while I don't know everybody in town no more, I used to know everybody's name, door number, everything. But the volume of volunteerism is not here. That's the hard part.
I get that.
I've had, 2 people, one join and they're like, are you ready? No. No. I'm gonna go, but no, so they're not coming. I've been very lucky to keep what I have,
Yeah,
and we got 2 new recruits, in the last 2 years, 3 years. Younger fellas, and, they showed their interest, so that's good. There's no more. They're not here,
yeah.
nor do they wanna be bothered.
So when you say now one left, do you have anybody to replace them?
No. I have 0 resumes, 0 applications. Well, I have 1 now.
Yeah, but
Sometimes you,
would you be interested in having a bigger crew?
oh, for sure,
Yes,
for sure. But you gotta remember, bigger crew comes bigger cost. A lot.
Well, you gotta look at it too, you know
Yeah.
that being a fireman,
Yeah.
we gotta protect the people in this
I
town.
only got so much room. You can have as many firefighters as you want. But if they don't have diesel licenses or they're not trained, they're no good.
Well, that's what I mean, but when you have
You
more,
have
you gotta
15
train.
people in the box, yeah, but that's years. That's just, it's years now. It's just, you can't just throw a suit on anybody and,
Oh, no, well, I was saying when I was in the fire,
Yeah,
department,
yeah.
you gotta train them.
yeah, but we threw a suit on somebody and away he went, you got the hose. That's what you did, right?
Yeah, but it was a little different than that, Richard.
Yeah, I know, well,
You
no,
had to be trained with interior firefighting
well,
or.
we don't do interior.
because you don't have enough.
I don't have
people.
enough people. I never have enough people.
You never go in the
I
middle.
have, I need 9 people.
How many did we
Or
have? When I was in there, how many did we have? I can't remember.
you guys went in with nobody. You had 2 people outside, you went in. The law states I need to have 9 people, minimum 8. I need to have 3 going in, 3 outside ready to go, and I need to have a backup team for those 2.
And
I know,
they're- and they
I know
don't
what
show
you
up.
got a crew going, I know
I have a
that.
red team. I
Two
have
goes in,
9
two
people.
behind, and
I got 9 people just to go in the house.
Still
That's not to fight fire or drive the truck or nothing.
but if you had more firemen, it would help, wouldn't it?
You'll never have everybody certified. You'll never, it just,
That's certified, cause when I was in there, you didn't have to be certified.
like I said, we'll
Okay,
never
okay,
have
I'm-
the volume to do interior.
Yeah, okay, Richard.
Never.
No, I was just testing you out there to see, because my interest is in protecting the town.
For sure.
And,
And we
I
do a
know,
good job at it.
I know when I first got on the fire department, we were basically saving them.
We're still called that.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
But we do
when I was
better,
there,
we
when
do
I
a
got,
better job.
when we got trained and everything else,
Yeah.
that changed. So I was back to the basics of it.
We've always been, every municipality that's rural is a basement saver. The house is already burnt by the time you get there. By the time
Oh,
you
yeah.
get the call, the house is already burnt.
It's changed since I've been there, though. Because,
You
know,
do a
like-
good job at what we do. You know that, you never.
oh, I know,
Yeah.
I know you, and I looked at it,
You
and
got
I know
great-
what you are,
We
you're
got
well
great,
trained.
great response time. We do well.
You're well trained because I trained you. I'm just joking.
You
Okay,
did put your time in. You were very dedicated to that.
well, I know you're dedicated. Just one question you don't have to answer, John, are you fire chief in McCarroll, Baldwin now?
As of May 19th, no.
Oh, you resigned? Well,
Yes, there is.
that was one of my concerns too, you know, if they had a fire there and we had one at the same time, where are you gonna be? Okay, so, okay,
That benefited us, but now it doesn't.
okay. Okay, I know, I'm happy to see the interest that you have in the fire department as a new counselor. Wow,
It's a critical service.
yes, it is. I know what it's like.
It's tough, it's tough now. It's not easy. right?
No glory in
It was
it.
too bad at one time.
I used to like training and working with the guys and having meetings and that, but
Good, now it's-
when you go to a car accident, then.
Yeah.
It's not that now, it's you go to a car accident and then it's the cops going at you, it's EMS going on, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right. Come back and the insurance companies are calling the municipality, then there's lawyers and everybody wants to sue everybody, you didn't do this, you moved the patient before you're supposed to, and you know, it doesn't mean you wanna do anything, and now we have to go to mandatory certification for liability, so they can go, yeah, oh, you're certified, you were supposed to do that, right, you did that. Well, this is what our world's coming to, and it's sickening.
Well, you all done? You know,
I'm all done,
You got no-
and I think if you change it to, I think I saw it in your
Milestones?
wish list, it was hourly, and I think that just.
No, I just threw it together, honestly, it was I racked around my brain around it, how do I do this? Like, per lesson, but
If you can do it,
I work with milestones at work, so,
yes,
it's
okay,
it's an achievement, right, you gotta get there, right?
okay. But
Okay,
I'm good,
okay, Rich, I know you for all your life there, and I've been in the fire department with you. And I know you're doing a good job. I don't hear no complaints about the fire department. And I don't hear many firemen quitting and, you know, you're sticking, got a pretty good crew now, I understand. And keep the good work up. And if you need anything from council or myself. Don't.
Ask Amy.
Don't, ask Amy.
Rod's chair, you know, so you can see what he wants to say.
Doesn't it still
Doesn't
have
get
to
the
go?
power,
Oh, no,
doesn't get the
no,
power.
Belinda, it has
Doesn't
to
get
go,
the power too often.
it's gotta go through you though, Belinda, right?
I'm not the chair,
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I'm the chair now.
Yeah, but through you, Mr. Chair, I do have something I'd like to. A question I'd like to talk.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Richard, you and I have talked about the parking lot many times.
Yes, for sure.
I have concerns about where our budget as a whole is sitting, right now. You know, we call it the wish list.
Yes.
We're just below 5%, so 4.993% increase.
Yeah. Fairly high.
It's high, it's higher than I'm comfortable with, for
Yeah.
sure. So, and you were here for, Public Works, we don't have a lot of capital going on, and we don't have a lot of fat to trim, and we're really looking at paying back reserves that we had to draw on last year, so.
I pulled other reserves in fire as well.
Yeah, we all, and that's what they're for.
Yeah.
They're for when we have an emergency or we have an
Yeah.
unexpected expense, right? My proposal or recommendation is, like the 30,000 is a bit of a draw on the budget.
For sure.
I'm proposing that we delay this project and put, like, earmark 15,000
Okay.
to your reserves for this project or another capital
So,
need that you need, like.
Just don't even have to earmark it, we can just put it into reserve.
Well, like, I understand that, like, there's water running in the fire hall, I get that,
Yeah.
it's not a good thing, and. To repair anything like that right now is just sky high, I mean, it's not gonna get better, but.
But I'm, as a taxpayer of the municipality, not only the fire chief, I don't like a 5% increase.
Yeah, so like if we take it down 15,000, that brings our budget overall, I mean, I'm sure some of the other budgets are gonna get cut tonight too.
Mhm.
But if we bring it down 15,000. It brings the overall increase to 3.48%, which is a little more comfortable and a little more in line with what inflation is as a whole. But like, I don't wanna say that expense that you put in there, like, I'm not saying it doesn't need to be done. That's just my recommendation through the chair for this budget, is to. Delay that project.
30,000 probably isn't enough.
It probably isn't, cause we got quotes last year,
Yeah.
and what it was just
27,
29 or
29, yeah.
with tax, I think.
Yeah,
And that was because they were in town. So you're probably right.
apparently a deal.
Well, I'm not sure about that,
Yeah.
but, so that would be my recommendation, is to. Put 15,000 more of your budget into your fire reserve, and then that way, you've mentioned your SCBA's are getting old. Maybe we might need that for them next year or something, but,
Got a couple of years off of those yet.
oh, do we?
That's
Okay,
That's a.
but it seems there's
that's
always something, right?
$100,000 bill, That's not a parking lot.
No,
That's crazy part.
but that would just be my recommendation through you, Mr. Chair, for this budget.
I agree with it. So what you're saying is for him not to do the asphalt parking lot? and
No,
Invest money in it
invest money in his reserves, 15,000.
and then take 15 for lowering our all taxes.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%.
okay, so did you want me to write up the motion for that?
Yes,
Okay,
that's okay with you. eh? Cancel that?
Doesn't matter. It's not about me.
Well, it's your parking lot.
It's my wish list.
But it's not that bad, is it?
Oh, or like the roads in town.
Well,
Just have, we'll get you new
some of the roads
squeegees.
are down pretty good.
Can some of the the fire hall parking lot where it's been dented there, can that be replaced with cement?
Thought about it, it doesn't last, you know, like, just with the salt. and everything.
They would stick to that.
Concrete, I've seen concrete blocks down, you know, cause it's the impact of trucks coming over, right?
Yeah.
It's what causes that, yeah.
What
Yeah,
if it's deep
2
enough?
feet, limit, 2 feet. Full rebar,
Still doesn't work?
oh, we could do it, yeah, but that cost would be just as much as fixing the parking lot.
Yeah,
The problem is the asphalt's not that thick.
yeah, well, that's why I was
Yeah.
saying.
So normally you would have an impact pad there, if you did asphalt, you would dig that all down.
Yeah,
You'd have 8 to 10 inches of asphalt,
they do.
not, they just put the parking lot on. Right, so we did back then, right?
Was that done by volunteers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was paid for by, Firemen's Association,
right.
everything was, all the
Yeah.
repairs used to be done in the hall. The municipality never provided any money for the fire hall for years.
Well, when I was in.
You know, like they paid the wage,
That's
and
it.
supplied the trucks, obviously
Mm-hmm.
the hall, but anything, all the tooling. Majority of the suits, the parking lots. The ball fields, they were all done by volunteer association, which had a great Nevada fund way back in the days when Nevada tickets were going. You know, they raised a lot of money through that. We don't have no funding, you know, we try to do a barbecue every year to get a couple $100 and. You know, the days of car washes and all that are,
Yeah.
it's not there.
Okay, so I have the motion prepared. Do you want me to read it
Yes,
for you?
please.
Okay, so it says, be it resolved that council requests that the fire department decrease its budget by $15,000 by removing the repaving of the fire hall parking lot project budgeted at 30,000 in the draft budget, and further that the remaining 15,000 be placed in the fire reserve to be used for future capital costs. Okay, so,
I vote on that, you know, I'm chair.
yeah, well, because somebody needs to move it, someone needs to second it, and
Okay.
and pecuniary interests do not reduce quorum, so. Vote away.
Oh, may I please borrow a pen?
Oh, you sure.
Oh, you need mine, oh, you might need that one.
Okay. That's fine, thank you.
All right. So I'll read it and you both, just for the record, can just raise your hand and then. So moved by Councillor Richter, seconded by Councillor McDonald, be it resolved that council will request that the fire department decrease its budget by $15,000 by removing the repaving of the fire hall parking lot budget projected at $30,000 from the draft budget. And further that the remaining 15,000 be placed in the fire reserve to be used for future capital costs. All in favor? Okay, so that's carried. Okay,
We need a motion to add the volunteer firefighter looking for on the website.
no, no. We'll do that. So did you want to make any other changes or
No,
are you good?
well, I just looked at it quickly, but, I know Richard, the fire chief. I shouldn't say the name, fire chief, and I know he's trained, well trained and everything, and I know he got his men well trained. And I appreciate all your work over the years, and the township appreciate it. I never hear any complaints about the fire department anymore, so you must be doing a good job. Thank you, fire chief.
Thanks.
Keep the good work up.
For sure.
Okay, so we'll get them and then we'll. And Mayor Maisie return to the chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Richard. Keep the good work up. An excellent firefighter. It's a shame he's fire chief really, because they don't win fires or anything.
Well, they can't.
It was hard not to have our own little council meeting out
You never
there.
went in?
Don't we have a good break?
Our new counselor had a lot of questions for the fire chief.
Was good.
Put him to work, eh?
No.
That's
Well, you
not,
gotta learn.
That's not working, that's not working, no. That's perfect.
no, I was impressed with you, really.
Okay, so I'm still recording?
Yeah.
Moved by Counselor Richter, that's okay, seconded by Counselor McVeigh, be it resolved that Mayor Macy return to chair the meeting, all in favor? That's carried.
Do I get part of your rate?
Sure, yeah.
So, through you, Mayor Mazy, just, as it affects the overall budget, the fire department was reduced by 15,000. So,
You said 15,000 because we.
Yeah.
Not gonna do the parking lot.
so, yeah, so the motion was that 30,000, the parking lot project was, deferred. And 15,000, will be removed from the budget, and then the other 15,000 will be placed into fire reserves.
Okay,
Fire chief agreed with it, so.
that's great, sounds like everybody's happy. So now we, I guess, go through the budget. Now that we know the fire budget. So. Any questions about the summary of the first few pages, you know, in the big print?
Can she plug in
Oh,
something?
yeah. Do we wait a minute, or do you have any questions about the, right at the beginning?
Oh, he's got his own.
Yeah.
Well, if we go to the first page. Well, no, I'm sorry, no. I don't like all the increases, but we gotta look at them a little bit in detail to.
Right, so we've already dropped it. By 15,000. So I believe right now, the budget as it stands, if we keep everything, we're at a 3.48 increase. Is that right? If we've lost the 15,000?
Second, yeah, 3.48 increase.
So that's where we are right now, if we keep everything we have. So are there any questions about the pages before that? Asset management, which is not exciting, but was 20,000 this year. We're doing the Hutchinson Environmental for 12,000. We have an emergency grant for 12,000. We have ditching in Sand Bay for approximately 45,000, and then rehabilitating the gravel pit for 12. Back to road reserves for 160,000, which we've talked about. I'm just in the full print at the beginning.
Yeah, I realize that, but
We're paying back the Ontario Trillium Foundation grant from reserves. We're putting that into reserves. We're talking about putting a really nice new metal bench in at the cemetery. This is already in the budget. And it's just under $2,000.
has that been approved? We haven't approved that.
No,
It's on the wish list thing.
yeah,
That's a wish list,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already in the budget.
No, but it's in this budget for right now.
Yeah,
if we're saying where we are right now is we're increasing taxes by 3.48%.
when you go to the bench, I can't see paying $2,000 for a bench. I'm sure we can get something better.
Although it might walk away or be damaged within
Well,
record time.
We do have the other metal benches at the park, and our town superintendent made, you know, the cement And then, you know, we put the bolts in, so you're bolting it into the cement and burying it. We also have the wood benches too from,
I said we could look at what was done before, we went to Weeby Industries and they have the bench ends and you put 4x4s in them.
Yeah, it's meant, and then
And
forward.
nobody's walking away with them. They're picking them up and moving them.
no. A few of the other, there was the message board with solar lights for $1,500. And the Nairn water treatment plant, but that's all done. Right?
Well, it's not quite done yet, no.
But it's just in the works,
It's
I
in-
guess.
yeah.
It's been approved.
Yeah.
So are we fine with starting in revenue? If you have any questions there, so it's 010 at the end, well, I guess it's all different. But it's the revenue and there's 3 pages of it.
The NOHFC grant, that's for our extra person. Okay. Didn't want to do the revenue.
The library grant was double just because they billed us at the wrong time. So it really is just 13, or, you know, all $1,400. Okay, so that's, are we just going through here? Yeah, I don't have any, so let's look at the first 3 pages. I don't have any other questions.
Kudos to the grant writer, whoever they are.
Yeah. it's,
It's Belinda.
CAO, Ketchaba, I think it's your specialty, really, one of the many.
Very well done.
Thank
I know how hard they are to get.
The Canada Summer Jobs, does that cover the wages or is it half or?
Half of one person.
half
So
of
I
one?
budgeted for 2 students, so we're paying half of one student and 1 wage for a second. Well,
There's no more.
we applied for 3, we got 1.
Cut back. They give it to you in one hand, take it away something else.
Yeah, that used to be a major. Like, kind of whatever you
Support.
asked for, you got it, you know, they're more than happy for you to hire students.
Yeah. Okay, so no questions from revenue, those first 3 pages?
Yeah, a couple seconds.
That's income, so, yeah.
We like income.
I just got a question. Penalties on taxes. We received last year $32,000. Don't people pay their taxes?
But not all of it is recoverable.
That's exactly right, that's how much accrued, but a lot of it, we do a really good job of recovering through tax registration and sales.
Yeah.
But we only do it every couple of years, so that's how much accrued, but a lot of it isn't recoverable. Most of it's one property in town, and I'm pretty sure we all know which property that is.
Investment interest rate below that there, 15,000 last year was 29,000. Explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have to put, well, first of all, we put, all of our reserves are in an investment account, earning interest. And then when we receive grants, before we spend them, they have to be in an investment account. So because we had been saving a couple of those grants, you know, they're compounding interest, they're getting bigger. So plus the interest rates went up last year. They were very bad through COVID. So They're slowly rising back up, but it was just the amount of grants that we had sitting in investment accounts.
But we
Which
made
revenue?
29,000.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so,
great.
Yeah,
Good job.
Now we pulled the money out.
so it's
Yeah.
gonna drop considerably for this year, cause we spent it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's, yeah,
That's okay.
simple.
Every 30,000 counts.
I kinda impressed with the landfill site, the $11,000, $12,000. I didn't realize we got that much out of that, no, landfill.
Well, that's what I was asking about the septic dumping, how much of that was for septic?
That's what come out, this, that's be the same thing,
It's in there, it's all included.
yeah, be nice to be split up, eh?
When we make money on the scrap metal. Okay.
Increase the water there, 141,000, that sounds like a lot, eh? But I guess the cost of running that water treatment plant is that much higher.
Yeah, if you remember, we passed the water budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's with the 5% increase. And plus we've gotten
That's
a
under
few,
contract, yeah.
Yeah.
and we've gotten a few new hookups, so. It helps a bit.
And the fire, call out the revenue, that goes in, fire department reserves. The $7,838.
No, it just offsets. It just offsets expenses to the department.
I don't mean offset, but the fire department don't get that?
Well, it offsets their expenses.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
but it goes to the fire department. Really, when you look at it.
When you look at it that way, yeah.
uh, Perpetual care, do we take money, we have a perpetual care fund.
Yeah.
The money doesn't come out of that,
It sits in there and it can only be used for certain purposes, like repairs in the cemetery or. Improvements.
we just put it in our regular budget, or?
It's in a separate bank account, but we have to, every plot sale that we have, there's a certain percentage that has to go. From that revenue into that
Yeah,
bank account, yeah.
but then our expenses for working in there doesn't come out of any of that?
It's usually just improvements, you can,
Yeah,
but I mean,
there isn't that much in it there.
there's only about $5,000 in it, cause we don't have a lot of sales, like our sales have really dropped off. Most people are getting cremated now and tend not to be buying plots. So even sales since I've been here have dropped dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
Can we use that money to buy a bench?
I could look into it,
Did you know that's what I was gonna say?
there's very strict rules around it, I could look into it. But I'd kind of like to leave the money there for, if someone goes and wrecks the fence or something like
That
that.
fund's been there for 50 years or whatever, and it doesn't seem to have anything in it.
Yeah, well, sorry, I guess I should be more clear. There's a bank account that we have to put the perpetual funds into. But then we also have a GIC that's strictly for cemetery, so when the bank accounts get a certain amount, then we throw it into the GIC. It's not making very much interest, to be honest, but it's making some.
Yeah.
So. That's how historically we've done it. There could be different ways. I haven't gotten enough
There isn't enough
cemetery
there to really
receiving.
use for anything,
Yeah,
is
it's,
what we're saying, okay.
Okay, so are we good with revenue?
I would say.
Okay, so then we're on to 010, so the expenses. My question, I did have a question about the shredding service, and I think we pay $400 a year or something for it.
no, that's just a one-time fee. We haven't paid for shredding since I've been here. It's just, our intern's been working at cleaning out our file room, and so far she's got about 30 boxes that can be shredded, but they have to be disposed of properly through the Privacy Act. So that's a shredding service that drives up to it, loads the boxes in, gives us a certificate that they've been destroyed appropriately. So it's $400 for 30 boxes. It could be a touch more if we find a few more, but we're almost done.
Cost of business.
Yeah, that's
You're
progress.
talking about shredding, where is this in the way?
It was stationery and supplies.
Oh.
And it says includes shredding service. But that's because, our intern is cleaning up that back office, which we all know storage was an issue, right?
Big issue.
Yeah. And I want to point out, there's 5,000 from this budget going back into reserves too. So remember, we've talked about the different departments. Anybody have questions with these? Few pages?
Just on the top, should we be in camera to discuss the wages?
I guess it depends how specific the question is.
Yeah, through you, Madam Chair, the wages have been approved already. We approved the 5-year wage grid last year. So
We
it's,
did?
Yeah.
yes. And that was done in camera. So the wages are approved for the next 5 years. So that's just what was approved.
Well,
We've added in the intern that was already
Yeah.
approved,
Maybe that looks different.
but it's offset by the grant.
what I'm looking at is the increase and, what we're gonna give as a cost of living.
It's already been approved, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was built into the wage grid already.
Was, oh, no.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we'd done that to all the employees.
Yeah, even the fire department.
That whole chart was done last year.
I remember the chart for Belinda herself, but I didn't.
No, it was every
Everybody.
single employee, yeah. I can, if you wanna come in, I can show it to you.
Okay. That's,
But maybe the difference is.
It does look,
The intern wages.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what,
Well, how do we? Like, what is the cost of living then? Have we done that part of it? Did I miss
so
it?
the wage grid was approved with a certain increase per
Yeah.
year. And then at the end of that wage grid, we're gonna have to discuss it again
In 5 years.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
Set up, so we know where we're at.
So we don't have to keep spending time discussing the wages every year, and it expedites the budget process.
Well, how do I put this? We hired a new employee. And I do not know what wage grid he is in.
The new employee was part of the wage grid, but like I said, we identified it last year.
No, we had. Another employee. At the time, this new employee wasn't here then, we did budget.
I think when we did the budget, we were aware that we would be looking
Yeah,
for someone.
Every
And
employee is accounted for on the wage grid that we have currently.
Well, my question is, then where is the new employee in the wage grid?
Well,
What position? The council doesn't know that.
we can't talk about this. in
Well, that's why I
open.
said we go in camera to discuss that.
Yeah, cause I got some dental questions too.
Should we go, in camera at the end, go through all of this and you write down your in-camera issues and then we go in camera at the end?
I'm not gonna write it down, I wouldn't explain it, I just wanted questions.
We can't discuss employees in open.
No, I know that.
So I'm just worried about going into in-camera and then we have other issues that we wanna talk about in
No.
camera.
If you wanna talk about the others, then go back to the
Yeah,
salary.
is it, how would you like to do it, or,
I think it would be best just to get it done now.
okay, okay,
So we'll
do we have to do an emotion?
Yeah.
Counselor McDonald, will you first it
Sure.
and second it, Counselor Austin? So moved by Counselor McDonald, second by Counselor Austin, be it resolved that council will go into an in-camera meeting at 8:27 PM. 37. For the purpose of discussing an identifiable individual, including municipal employees, all in favor? Carried. Moved by Counselor Richter, seconded by Counselor McVeigh, be it resolved that council returns to the open meeting at 9:02 PM and report that discussions included identifiable individuals, including municipal employees, all in favor. That's carried. Okay, so police services, you had a question about bylaw enforcement.
It's an automatic increase or?
I saw, when did he come to us? Like, didn't we do 2 years?
Yeah, we have a contract with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Okay. Anything else on that police page? Counselor McDonald, any?
Not yet, but I'll have to study that a little bit more.
Any
I'll
feedback,
go to the office and see.
any feedback on the, please clean up after your dog?
Oh,
We've just started that PSA. We did the beach one.
Yeah.
This week, I'm trying not to spam everyone, so I'm gonna do the pet one on Monday. And then, yeah, kind of just spread it out. But yeah, we got good feedback with the beach one.
oh, did we?
Excellent.
Are we gonna go back to? That's not part of the budget here, yes, but sending out the flyers every month or two?
Yeah, we're working on a newsletter.
You know, what
Right
is-
now?
yeah.
Yeah, we're working on it. We kind of got away from it. But
'Cause
yeah,
A lot of people don't go on the computer and read this.
I understand that. Yeah, like.
We were just talking about
Yeah.
it and yeah, we did have the postal strike in December.
And now,
Another one.
another
Yeah.
tomorrow, so,
So there's no point doing it. They just have to resolve that.
well, yeah, but we'll work on it in the meantime and get it ready once the mail's running.
Because we talked about the ATVs and everything
Yeah.
on the roads and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll write that down. That's a
Okay.
good reminder.
Okay, so,
It's-
Oh, I looked into it. How come you don't have a phone?
I'm ready to
Oh,
be at garbage and recycling. Do you have any questions about those previous 3 pages? So we were at police, then there's operating, the garage. I don't think there's a lot to cut here at all. So now I'm at garbage and recycling collection, waste disposal. Do you have your questions marked or?
No, I'm just a little unorganized tonight for some reason. Go ahead there. What page you on now? We were
I'm
talking.
on the garbage and recycling collection at the top. It's 040.
The numbers on the side, yeah.
040 Ontario Provincial Police, I see it. Flash, that where you are?
Flip the next page. Next two
Yeah,
pages past that.
yeah, flip a few
Public
pages.
Works.
Next one.
Next one.
Okay, I'm way behind. I'm
Right there,
sorry.
garbage?
I thought I was up to date.
That's
Is that-
okay.
Environment Service?
Yeah.
You got it.
Any questions here?
I don't have any.
Me either.
There's another one here.
Yeah,
It's all under contract.
you know, if you
Look,
spend
what are you gonna-
14,000 one year and your budget is 14,000 again, it's gonna be 14,000.
I'd like it to be 10.
Yeah,
No, it's contract.
okay, so if we keep going, the next page to the Nairn Center Water. I mean, we've spent a lot of time about that, talking about that now. CAO Ketchabot, there's been new grants that have just come up. And she will, of course, work her magic and get us millions of dollars. And,
I will try.
yeah,
Let's do hundreds and we'll be happy with thousands and.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
you're
go
right.
after all the stuff that was on our big capital
Yeah,
plan that needed to be replaced in the next 5 years, so we're gonna,
we have a good list.
we have a
So,
great list. It's already ready to go, and I just need to show them that we need that money to keep our water safe.
yeah,
Excellent.
So down the line there says reserves, 13,007, that goes into.
Water reserve.
Reserve for water?
yeah, and so we've already discussed water. We've had to raise it 5%. Okay, so then we have conservation of health. This is where the bench is for, what's that?
Nothing.
I can just cross that out.
No, I like the idea of the bench.
I'm fine with it.
I personally think we're gonna look around for a bench in there. And I just can't see spending 2,000 for a bench when we haven't even got the cemetery fenced in.
Isn't the cemetery fenced in?
Not
Some of
completely, no.
But it's not a requirement.
You can still get in there.
Nobody wants to.
No, they don't want to, no.
Okay, so, then we have recreation. I mean, there is miscellaneous there, that I don't think there's any specific plans to spend for it, but I think all of the events they've planned, and there are things like yoga doesn't actually cost us money, right? So, and the cooking classes, don't really cost us money.
Although there are expenses there are revenues to offset it, so
Yeah, yeah,
there's room for more.
Yeah.
There's always room for more, right? Provided they pay for themselves.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Are we good with recreation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So then we have electricity, beach, boat launch. Well, there's not a lot here, the rink. We have talked about putting $5,000 towards the rink shack, but CEO Ketchum and I discussed it, and we really don't have a plan. for it, so we just thought of that we get a plan together. And that would potentially could be out of next year's budget. Remember we had talked about that, there was a grant.
Okay, I thought you were talking about putting 5,000 into it from the budget. I didn't.
Not this year,
Not
I didn't.
potentially next year.
Oh, okay.
We,
There's a grant out there for that too.
Wouldn't that
right?
be part of the capital?
Yes, there was a big capital grant and I had proposed to do major upgrades in the rink shack to make it more accessible. But we needed engineers and drawings and so that there was a cost and no guarantee that we get the grant, so it was discussed. Correct me if I'm wrong, that perhaps that $5,000 that was gonna be used for the engineers and architects could just be put towards the rink shack for like a refresh,
Yeah, I remember that. Eh?
but that's not in this budget.
yeah, so the rink is.
We don't really have a plan yet.
Yeah. I think we have lots of good things in this budget, so.
We can go to the beach here, I just. How are you gonna fix anything for $200?
Well, we fixed the door, it was $200.
It's fixed?
Yeah.
And, have we replaced any picnic tables or?
They're fixed, they just required a few boards, so those are all fixed.
They're okay, they're not?
Well, the one on the island,
Well,
I'm not fixing it
Nobody
anymore.
will fix it?
I'm not fixing it anymore. We're not going over to drag it back anymore. It's just staying there if they want to destroy it on the.
So how
island.
many tables do we have?
We have
at the
2
beach?
right now,
How many?
2.
Two. So we're not gonna put a third one back?
Well, we can.
I mean, they just ruined one on, like, not even the one on the island, or what, it was ruined.
No, if we had 3 and we're down to 2. I mean, I've been down there when there's 20, 30 people down there.
Yeah, and they sit on the ground, do whatever they gotta do.
So
sit
you
on
have
the
no
tailgate.
choice.
Yeah, well,
Or they bring chairs.
Most people bring beach chairs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just don't like that they have been ruining them.
well, nobody likes that.
Okay, so if there's the message board is there for $1,500. But if we keep going to the community center, I don't think any of this is debatable. And then we're at economic development. You know, planning services pay for themselves generally. Building inspections are is this the cost or
That's
the,
our contract, yeah, to happen.
yeah,
I'm, I don't understand some of the language. What's a swag?
oh. So we just posted a poster asking people to design logos.
Yeah,
So it would be for T-shirts and shirts or a coffee mug. What else? A water bottle.
To baseball.
Yeah, but when we sell it, it will,
get the money back.
Yeah.
yeah,
But we just have to get it started.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? I'm kind of at the end. Everybody's good? Counselor Richter?
Good.
Yep. Counselor Austin?
We got no say on the school board, so.
Yeah,
Done.
they're not asking us. Counselor McDonald?
Yeah, for tonight, I'm happy.
Well, I'm
So,
not happy yet. I don't know what the balance is or what our increase is.
So it's 3.48%.
It's 3.48.
yeah, that's where we are right now. If we keep everything in the budget, is everyone fine with 3.48%?
No, we will have to be.
Well, I
Better than
would
3,
personally
it's
like
better
to
than
lower it.
4.93.
Pardon?
It's better than 4.93.
Yes, it
Yes, it
is. It's better than a lot.
What I'd like to know in my head is if we had picked somebody or a couple houses and tell me what their tax increases are gonna be in figures. Like
That's,
this,
if you go
this
to
is
the
a
next,
very, the assessed amount don't tell me nothing, I didn't look my own up even.
Well.
Sorry, what's the question?
Yeah, if we
No.
had picked a house,
Like if I paid $3,200 a year taxes for my house.
I would like to take that deal.
I'm just throwing a number.
Yeah, the last two pages show that.
Yeah, well, I'm looking, but it's the assessment.
Yeah, so you need to know what your assessment is.
Yeah.
To know what your
That's-
increase is.
And that's kind of what I was looking for, an example.
I would say there's probably many houses that could be assessed at 246,000. Now, if MPAC comes around again. I don't know who would be assessed at 246, very few.
I don't think there'd be
Yeah, it's,
there would be very few.
so we could potentially see a big jump in revenue from taxation.
No, their assessment is way out compared to what your house value is. It's completely different.
Yes, it's way low.
Yes, but I would assume MPAC would evaluate us all higher than what we are right now. So then, we're not even at four, or wait, what are we at? So we're at
4.5.
3.48.
Yeah, 3.48. The samples at the back are at the 4.93%.
Yeah,
So like a house that's assessed at, I always show the same samples every year, so you can compare them. So if you had 197, if your house was assessed at 197,000. Your taxes at the 4.93% would go up $154 for the year.
That's at 4.9, so we went to 3.
So we went to 3.5, I don't have that math in front of me, but it's less, it's less.
does everyone feel that the ditching at Sand Bay is something we need to move forward with?
I believe it is.
Councilor McDonald,
We have,
Do you have any complaints from up there, or
I have it.
I haven't either?
And actually, what I don't like is two of those roads don't really have any houses on it, and it's not all of Sand Bay, of course, because there's a lot of private roads up there, but it's just that circle at the Y, so it's just a little circle, but it does deal with our gravel pit. So it resolves that and we can stop paying 800, I'm sure it'll be $1,000 a month soon.
we had no houses on Old Darren Road, but we got $2 million fixing it.
We got a lot of industry there.
No, it's not on the roads.
It's at 800 now,
Yeah, you said a month, but it's a year.
a year, yeah, sorry, a year.
It's been going up, like it wasn't put up years ago, cause it was only $100 and some, but now it's getting. And unfortunately, that was all fixed in one thing. And
So-
it's been dug up again.
Yeah, so of course, we're not passing the budget tonight. We need to have a public meeting for it, which would be at the beginning of the next meeting.
But you do need to let me know
Yeah.
If
what
we
we
agree.
decide, like, if we agree, kind of this is the direction that we're gonna present at the public meeting.
Okay, so you're,
I'm for the 3.49.
Counselor, I'm for.
I'd like it lower, but I gotta go with. what
I'd like
we
it
got.
lower.
There's nothing we can
That's right.
reduce anymore.
I mean, the only thing, like, I think there's little stuff we can get rid of, but the only thing that I think that we could really get rid of is that ditching and gravel pit. Up at Sand Bay, so if you want that done, I think you're at 3 point.
If we don't do it, it'll be next year, so you gotta, the
After,
roads have to be maintained a little bit at a time every year, so. Wherever we can. I mean, maybe next year we'll.
So we don't actually,
Around here.
we don't vote right now.
No, but
we approve it to go to vote, right?
yeah, we approve it, we approved at the next meeting. for
Yeah,
lack
we
of a
approved
better
it, we
word.
approved it the next meeting.
I guess I got one question yet, we haven't did or what, that one,
Yeah, we haven't discussed
Council.
council wages.
Oh, wait a minute, do we do that today?
Yep.
well, it's all part of the budget.
Council wages then,
I think we should get a raise.
I don't care.
No, I'm just kidding. I do this job for nothing.
Belinda can tell me right off the top what we get per meeting. She told me that before.
Oh, yes, it's right here.
I'm fine with staying where we are.
Oh, yeah, I got no problem at all.
The mayor makes $264.35 per week. Each
200
count,
what? Pardon me,
sorry, $264.35 per week. And each counselor makes $158.60 per week. Every special meeting is an extra $66.07. So that would include like rec committee or lacrosse. Police board separate, board of health is separate. And of course, all our lovely town hall meetings.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least they've quieted down. The first.
For now, yeah. Maybe when,
okay, wage
Okay.
increase,
so, if there's no changes, we don't have to pass anything, cause that's what I put into the draft budget. If you want an increase, I'll have to reformulate that and.
Well, is that calculated in here, that increase, or what is?
no
There's
increase,
no increase.
So if we do, then that changes
So I've-
the
I've-
tax rate.
I've estimated some like budget meetings and extra meetings, like public hall, town hall, sorry. And other committees, that's estimated, I mean, I can't put it to the actual dollar.
Okay, so Counselor McDonald, you're fine with not changing, our council remuneration?
definitely.
Counselor Austin?
Okay, but-
Yeah, Counselor Richter, agreed?
Okay, so I'll present the bylaw.
Counselor McVeigh?
He's like,
No, you think it should
10%
go up?
increase.
I think we should get-
27.
So I think we should get 3 points or 2 points or something, but. 4 to 1, so I don't care. I don't do it for the money, but at the same time, there's future council ahead of us that we're screwing them.
Well,
And we're getting good people. Maybe people don't, and nobody does it for the money, because I don't need this money, but none of us need this money.
A little raise doesn't mean nothing, like
yeah,
like you say, if it was 2%, what's that?
I don't know. I'm just
It
saying,
would still fall within them boundaries. I
Yeah.
think that Belinda has laid out there. When you looked at, I was on the police
2%
board,
is-
I was paid,
almost
now
nothing.
my pay is a
that's what I mean.
bonus.
We turned down the ones last
Separate.
term,
Separate.
3%, and it would have been like $1,000 for all of us for the year.
Is it in the budget?
It's not, no, it's not.
No,
Zeros.
I actually think first of all, yeah, depending on how people perform I don't know how you judge. How much to pay people or not pay people, but especially as a counselor for an amount to come per meeting once a month. I don't think it's unreasonable.
Well, after reconsideration, I'll make a motion, we take 2%.
Okay, I'll
I'd
write it
second
up.
that.
Okay, thanks. So look at the next people coming in, that maybe
It's nothing amount.
2% isn't nothing.
Well, it will change the budget slightly.
So it'd be 3.5 instead of 3.49.
No, thank you very much.
No.
Well, we probably wouldn't even know what it would change. So that would be tricky math.
I mentioned before that I don't get paid for extra meetings. The police board pays me to be on the police board.
I
They won't-
think we should have it
They wanted
recorded.
everybody the same.
I guess I'm.
Okay, I need a first,
It's all different
so,
council. Okay. So
Yeah.
they said, okay, go ahead, sorry.
Wayne, did you want first, sir?
I've asked for a recorded vote.
Oh, okay.
For what, that already talked about now.
A 2% wage increase for council.
Okay, so it reads, be it resolved that council will increase council remuneration by 2% and a bylaw will be passed at the next meeting. And there's been a recorded vote requested by Mayor Maisy. So Councillor McVeigh or against, okay, for. Councillor Richter.
For.
Councillor McDonald,
For.
Councillor Austin.
Yes.
And Mayor Maisy, against, so that's carried.
Um. So
So
we,
that'll increase the budget slightly and I'll prepare that for the next meeting.
So Amy don't get it too, oh, like that.
I didn't vote for it, but I get it.
Political move.
Yeah, no. So we all are agreed to be at 3.48% with whatever additional has to be added. And we have this, Counselor Richter, will you move this? Yes. And Counselor McVeigh, second.
Yes, please.
Moved by Counselor Richter, seconded by Counselor McVeigh, whereas council has received the draft 2025 municipal budget, and be it resolved that a public meeting will be held on June 2nd, 2025 at 6 p.m. to adopt the 2025 municipal budget. All in favor? Carried.
That's your council meeting.
Yeah. It is June 2nd. It's a funny day. I think Linda has a engagement. Yeah.
So we can't. I guess we'll never get a flyer out stating that, other than,
There'll be a public notice that's gonna go out on Facebook and
yeah, that's what I mean.
on the website.
And, yeah, as they say tomorrow, public,
Yeah.
the post is down,
That's
so
what
you
they say.
can't get nothing out now.
No,
Moved by, is there anything more?
No. Nope.
Moved by Counselor McDonald, second by Counselor Austin, be it resolved that being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the council of the corporation of the township of Narren Hyman be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed in open council, and its number shall be 2025-14. All in favor? That's carried. Wait, there's one more.
Counselor Austin, there's still one more.
There's one more.
okay, have left it.
Oh. Moved by Counselor Richter, seconded by Counselor McVeigh, be it resolved that a special meeting of May 22nd, 2024 do now adjourn at 9:28 p.m. to meet again on the second day of June or at the call of the mayor, all in favor. Carried.